Welcome back to the Nap Lab. Today we're reviewing the Serta Perfect Sleeper, but of course the Perfect Sleeper has a ton of variations, so to be clear, we are testing the Perfect Sleeper Ultimate with the medium pillow top model. This is a 14-inch coil mattress with a thick comfort layer made up of memory foam, polyfoam, and a 1.5-inch pillow top cover. Serta markets this mattress as a classic feel with enhanced contour from memory foam and 3 zones of cushioning. Is that enough to make this mattress one of our favorites under $1,000? Let's go ahead, find out now. Jumping right into it, here is the performance scorecard for the Serta Perfect Sleeper generated from our battery of objective and data-driven tests. In the 8 scored categories, we see generally good scores. The majority of categories score within the low to high 8 range, including cooling, motion transfer, edge support, sex, pressure relief, and company. The 2 outliers were off-gassing, which scored a strong 9.4, and response time with a weaker 7.5. Altogether, the Perfect Sleeper earned an overall score of 8.19. Even with decent scores, nothing really excelled except for off-gassing, which is lesser weighted as a category. So the 8.19 actually puts it within the bottom 22% among all mattresses tested to date. However, for coil mattresses, it's among the top 18%. This mattress is available in 3 levels: standard, enhanced, and ultimate. The table on screen now shows the thicknesses and firmnesses available within each series. As a reminder, we tested the ultimate version in the medium pillow top configuration. Next, we're going to talk through what the Serta Perfect Sleeper does best. First, the mattress has a great price for a queen size, which is currently 27% less expensive than the average mattress based on all of our tests. Second, the height of the mattress is 14 inches, which makes the Perfect Sleeper thicker than the average as well. With that extra material, it provides excellent support and good pressure relief, especially for side sleepers. Third, the Perfect Sleeper offers a deep level of sinkage, and for those sleepers who really like to feel more wrapped by the mattress, this can be a great feel. However, all mattresses aren't ideal for all sleepers. Let's talk through the important consideration points for the Serta Perfect Sleeper. First, the extra material doesn't reform itself very quickly, which can make for a sluggish feeling while moving around and changing positions. It's not terrible, but it's certainly noticeable and makes for a specific experience on the mattress that some find cozy and others could find it creates a bit of a stuck feeling. Second, pressure relief was good, but still had room for improvement. From my years of testing mattresses, I think the foam quality could be better, and I also worry about those foams holding up over a long period of time. Finally, we measured bounce to be on the low side of average, but motion transfer was a bit higher than average. Usually, the silver lining with lower bounce is less motion transfer, but that's not exactly what we see here. Your body weight and sleeping position impact the types of mattress that are best able to support you. Our analysis is designed to help match the correct mattress to the right body types and sleeping positions. Support on the Perfect Sleeper is good. During our test, I felt well supported in all sleeping positions. The mattress is equipped with an 8.5-inch support layer. This is 0.62 inches thicker than the average support layer thickness of 7.88 inches based on all of our tests to date. The coil unit is zoned, meaning it provides more support in the middle of the mattress. In addition, it includes 850 individual coils. My only concern for support is with respect to comfort layers. While on paper, the specs look good with 5.5 inches of comfort material, the quality of those foam layers is far from great. My fear is that over time, those foam layers simply aren't going to hold up especially well, which may result in a more notable body impression and sagging, which will impact support and pressure relief. Beyond durability concerns, the mattress is available in a wide range of firmnesses. Having more firmness options helps to ensure that sleepers of all sleeping positions and body weights can find a firmness configuration that works well for them. For each of the 4 firmness options, here are our recommendations for their suitability across sleeper weights and sleeping positions. Based on all of my tests to date, an analysis of the materials, and my subjective experiences, I'm confident most sleepers will find support on the Serta Perfect Sleeper is good, though, like pressure relief, it doesn't rise to the excellent level. Be sure to visit us over at naplab.com/mattress-quiz. There, you can submit your needs and preferences, and we'll send you back a personalized recommendation based on your inputs. Next up, we're gonna move on to our individual performance tests. At Nap Lab, we test each mattress by analyzing it according to 10 different factors that impact the feel, comfort, and performance. First up, we have a cooling test. To measure cooling, we lie on the mattress for 15 minutes, allowing it to absorb body heat. Then, we get off the mattress and take periodic measurements of the surface level temperature. Our tests show how the mattress retains and releases heat and overall cooling performance. Mattresses that breathe better, retain less heat, and sleep cooler are better, as they allow sleepers to maintain a comfortable temperature. The Serta Perfect Sleeper has good cooling. During our test, I felt a slight level of heat retention and a slight warm feel. That said, it did not rise to a level of heat that I would describe as hot. The cover is an unusually coarse and rough fabric. Seemingly, this type of material simply isn't going to do great when it comes to breathability and allowing air in and out of the mattress. In general, the cover just doesn't feel tremendously high quality, and in my view, it's having a negative impact on breathability and cooling. Beyond the cover, the mattress utilizes 5.5 inches of comfort material. The foams all look and feel relatively low to mid quality, which, given the price point, makes perfect sense. The limited foam quality is also likely having a negative impact on cooling performance. In our objective temperature test, we measured a max surface level temperature of 91.4 degrees Fahrenheit. This is 1.7 degrees warmer than the average of 89.7 degrees based on all of our tests to date. When we consider the combination of objective data, my subjective experiences, and an analysis of the materials, I'm confident in my view that cooling is good. For the sinkage test, we lie on the mattress. In addition, we use a 12-pound medicine ball to test pressure point sinkage. Deeper sinkage can cause sleepers to feel overly enveloped by the material layers, while less sinkage can make you feel like you're sleeping more on top of the mattress as opposed to in it. Sinkage is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. The Serta Perfect Sleeper has deep sinkage. During our test, we measured a pressure point sinkage depth of 2.37 inches. This is 0.21 inches more sinkage than the average sinkage depth of 2.16 inches based on all of our tests to date. The mattress creates a balanced level of body contouring hug and has a more traditional coil feel. Despite the fact that it uses significant polyfoam and memory foam layers, the pillow top design and specific foam types give it a more traditional and classic mattress feel. To test motion transfer, we place one 12-pound medicine ball on one side of the mattress and drop another 12-pound medicine ball on the opposite side. In addition, we use an accelerometer to objectively measure the motion generated by the medicine ball drop. Lower motion transfer is better as it helps the sleeping partners avoid disturbing each other during the night. The Serta Perfect Sleeper has a low level of motion transfer. During our test, we measured a total acceleration range of 9.10 meters per second squared. This is 4% more motion transfer than the average of 8.74 meters per second squared. While the 5.5 inches of comfort foam and pillow top design is helping to reduce motion transfer, the highly responsive polyfoams and coil unit are increasing motion. In our motion transfer chart, which visualizes our accelerometer data, we can see the highest motion peaks from 0 to 0.15 seconds. Motion drops notably by 0.21 seconds, and when we reach 0.86 seconds, we've returned to near zero levels of energy. Certainly, the motion intensity and motion duration could have been better. Even so, at just 4% more motion than the average, it's not an unreasonable or overly concerning level of motion. To test response time, we place a 12-pound medicine ball on the mattress. Once it's fully at rest, we then quickly remove it and objectively measure the amount of time it takes for the mattress to recover and resume its original shape. A faster response time is better, as quicker responding material layers better adapt to your changes in movement and prevent any type of a stuck feeling. The Serta Perfect Sleeper has a moderate material response. In our most recovered test, we measured a recovery speed of 0.6 seconds, which is 0.18 seconds slower than the average of 0.42 seconds based on all of our tests to date. In our fully recovered responsiveness test, we measured a recovery speed of 1.1 seconds, which is 0.13 seconds slower than the average of 0.97 seconds. The Perfect Sleeper uses a combination of polyfoam, memory foam, and coils. The polyfoam and memory foam layers rebound back to shape effectively instantly. However, the memory foam layer takes a moment or two to fully recover to its original shape, which impacts the totality of the material responsiveness on the mattress. While these speeds are slower than average, they are still far from the worst we've seen. As a result, I don't expect it'll be an issue for most sleepers. To run the bounce test, we drop a 12-pound medicine ball onto the mattress. We measure the maximum depth the ball sinks to before mounting up, as well as the maximum height it achieved on the bounce. Bounce is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. However, more bounce is typically better than less, as it improves ease of movement, aids in response time, and improves sex performance. The Serta Perfect Sleeper has a moderate level of bounce. During our test, we measured a total bounce height of 8.18 inches. This is 1.15 inches less bounce than the average of 9.33 inches based on all of our tests to date. The lower than average bounce is resulting from a combination of the thicker than average 5.5 inch foam comfort layer, pillow top, and memory foam within the core of the mattress. That lower bounce definitely helps to keep motion transfer lower. However, it's also the reason that sex performance is only good and not amazing. All that to say, at 8.18 inches of bounce, this is a sufficient level of bounce to aid in ease of movement. For an assessment of edge support, I lie on and sit on the edge of the mattress to measure level of support and compression. Less thickness while sitting and lying directly on the edge of the mattress is better, as it creates a more supportive edge for sleeping, lounging, and amorous activities. The Serta Perfect Sleeper has good sitting edge support and excellent lying edge support. In our sitting edge support test, we measured a sitting sinkage compression of 4.00 inches. This is 0.06 inches less sitting sinkage than the average of 4.06 inches based on all of our tests to date. Even while sitting directly on the edge of the mattress, the Perfect Sleeper maintains good support and there is no collapse of materials. Edge support while lying is equally as impressive. While lying directly on the edge of the mattress, I felt that support was excellent in all sleeping positions. The mattress uses an edge support foam that runs along the entire perimeter of the mattress. This foam is 8 inches tall and 4 inches wide. The foam is having a significant positive impact on both sitting and lying edge support. Our sex test uses a weighted formula to assess sex performance. Higher bounce and more supportive edges are the most important factors, with noise, pressure relief, and cooling being lesser weighted inputs. Mattresses with more bounce and better edge support perform better for sex, as do mattresses that don't make as much noise and are more comfortable to lie on. The Serta Perfect Sleeper has good sex performance. On the positive side, noise is minimal, both pressure and cooling are good, and edge support is also good. At 4 inches of sitting edge sinkage, the edge of the mattress provides sufficient support for amorous activities. The only major weakness of the Perfect Sleeper is the level of bounce. At just 8.18 inches of bounce, it's notably lower than average. That lower bounce means sex is more strenuous and difficult. To be fair, it's still a reasonable bounce level. Even so, when it comes to amorous activities, more bounce is almost always better than less, and I do wish this mattress had more bounce. Our pressure relief test is a measure of overall pressure relief performance. We analyze materials, layers, thicknesses, density, and design elements in conjunction with a subjective assessment of our experience while lying on the mattress. Mattresses with better pressure relief are able to create a more comfortable sleeping surface. The Serta Perfect Sleeper has a good level of pressure relief. During our test, I felt no significant level of pressure points on my body. The mattress is equipped with 5.5 inches of comfort material, which is 1.34 inches more comfort material than the average comfort layer thickness of 4.16 inches based on all our tests to date. While the thickness of the foam layers is great, the quality of those foam layers leaves much to be desired. None of the foam layers look or feel particularly high quality in either hand or on the body. There is a notable crunchiness and hardness to the polyfoam layers in particular. The feel, sound, and look of the foams makes me concerned about their longevity. While the mattress feels good on day one, I worry that these foams just aren't going to hold up tremendously well, which will impact pressure relief over time. In our pressure mapping test, we measured a max PSI of 0.81. A PSI of 2.0 is considered a high pressure point, and the Perfect Sleeper managed to keep all 3 pressure mapping tests well south of that. When I consider the objective pressure maps, material thickness, material quality, and my subjective experiences on the mattress, I'm confident most sleepers will find pressure relief to be good, though it certainly does not rise to an excellent or outstanding level. To evaluate off-gassing, we assess the mattress following the initial unboxing, taking a subjective measure of any strong smells. We monitor the mattress over a period of days until the mattress no longer has a strong odor. Mattresses with less strong odor and/or an odor dissipates more quickly are better. The Serta Perfect Sleeper had a strong smell upon the initial arrival. The mattress smelled for 2 days. This is 4.4 days less than the average smell duration of 6.4 days. The shorter off-gassing duration is typical of more traditional coil type mattresses and also typical for mattresses that are not compressed in a box. The company score takes a look at the factors that may influence your experience with the mattress. Factors include length of the trial period, warranty, shipping costs, return costs, trust, and country of origin. Serta mattresses come with a 120-night trial period and a 10-year warranty. Shipping and returns are both free. I would recommend the Serta Perfect Sleeper for sleepers who are looking for a mattress that has the more traditional coil feel. Serta has been around for much longer than most direct-to-consumer mattress brands, and their mattresses tend to have that more classic coil and spring type feel. A big advantage of the Perfect Sleeper is its wide array of options that allow you to zero in on the best fit for your specific preferences and budget. We tested their top end with the ultimate version, and it's still only $9.99 for a queen. But at the end of the day, its performance is a bit underwhelming, though not bad by any means, especially at this price point. I think whether or not this mattress is worth it to you is going to come down to whether or not you like the traditional coil feel or not. Those who prefer the feel of coils and springs can likely overlook the few shortcomings, especially when you consider the price point. Well guys, that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Comments and questions, please drop us those notes down below. If you're interested in buying the mattress, we've got a link in the description. For more from Nap Lab, be sure to get subscribed, ring that bell, and visit us over at naplab.com. As always, thank you so much for watching.